Hey guys, how we doing? We got a little segment here, new thing we just put together. I got a special guest here at the BDC, Chef Phil from the West. So we're going to call this East Meets West. East Meets West? Yes, East Meets West. And what we're going to do today is show you a couple different things going off the bar and grill concept. I'm going to go something a little more, let's say, for your regular smaller bars, for your up and down the street accounts, things like that. And I think Phil's going to attack something maybe a little more upscale, and that's going to be a nice presentation for what we would call a tavern or an upscale bar kind of concept. So Phil, what?
So the product I selected today was that 3140 shrimp. So we'll get into that here in a little bit, but I think everyone's excited to see what you're doing with these chickens.
Well, let's get it started then. All right, guys, let's get started. Today I'm featuring. This is on our list of items that we're focused on, and this is one of my favorites. This is the 410 jumbo clip chicken tender. And by clipped, what that means is there's a heavy little tendon here that has a tendency to protrude out. Now, when the chicken tenders are this large, it's good we have those removed. Now, I've experienced recently that if it's a smaller tender, that's going to be okay. If we fry those up, that tenderloin piece is not going to be a problem. Can't say the same thing if you're going to saute it or put it on the flat top. But in this situation with our jumbo product, that extra tendon has been removed. Now, why this is one of my most favorite items is there is no trimming involved. Very good yield. Now we show this product to customers and comparing it to 410 Random, they say, well, that's a lot more money. That's almost double. Well, keep in mind, there is no waste. There's no fat. There's no scraps going in the garbage with this. It is 100% usable. Another thing that we run into, during certain times is availability. But keep this in mind. This comes from the larger 410 Randoms we sell. We sell tons of them. So this product, I'm not saying it's sustainable, but it's really going nowhere. This is a great item to get your customers used to using. And we all know about woody breast syndrome. We're not going to go into that right now, but this alleviates all those problems. Yes, it does cost more per ounce, but at the end of the day, when you talk about labor and you talk about taste and quality, nothing matches these. So what we're going to do is, yes, this comes in 410 fresh. I highly recommend buying the fresh ones. And we're going to look at the size. The size in these are about 3 ounce. During regular times, regular parts of the year, they run about 3 ounce. Now, when in the heat of the summer, a lot of these chickens are raised down in the Arkansas area, places like that. When it's really, really hot, they have a tendency to eat less. So sometimes in like July and August, they'll run a little smaller, like a 2 ounce. But we'll show you how to use that. So now let's talk about what we can do with it. Well, chicken tenders, I don't know if you guys have seen, but anything chicken related is crazy popular right now. I don't care if it's chicken sandwiches, chicken chunks. Now keep in mind, if we're going to talk about chicken chunks, chicken balls, whatever you want to call them, a lot of folks, I think, make a mistake and say, hey, we have chicken nuggets on the menu, or chicken, call them boneless wings, and you can charge more for them. You're talking about over $1 a piece per piece if what you can sell them for if you're comparing it to regular wings. So enough talk, let's get into them. So these are 3 ounce, and this with breading, as we shoot this video, probably costs about 45 cents a piece. So if I split these, and I'm telling you, once this is breaded, this is going to be more than enough. Splitting this is about a 1.5 ounce piece, and these are going to be less than 25 cents a piece. So yes, we're adding labor, but this is good labor is what I like to say, because the amount of money we're going to make off this item. So one way is we'll just cut these in half, and you can see the color. I hope this comes through. Is the nice peachy color that these have. Why? Because they don't have that woody breast syndrome to work with. Now you see, like I said, guys, you're going to get a broken piece or two. So what we're going to do is we're going to process some of these into boneless wings, and we'll do that right now. As you see, we have the larger end here. If you really want to do this well, we could take 2 nice pieces, and that's a beautiful 1 ounce. And these we could use, let's say you have street tacos, something like that, or you have another product, we can chop these up and add it to it. So once again, we have multiple ways to use it, or to be honest with you, we can just throw it right into the chicken chunk pile. Depends on what you want to do. So let's process more of these. Now this guy's a little thin, so this one can be put right into this chicken tender area. So consistency, we want to have good consistency, and you're going to get it in these products. Like I said, I go to a lot of places and I see people butchering 410 chicken. This is going to work so much better for everybody. That's that tendon we were talking about. Sometimes they hang out in the box, but that has been removed. so we don't have to worry about that. All right, now we're gonna bread these up. Now, there's, as you all know, there's more than one way to do anything. This is how I prefer to do the product because I'm going to keep this very simple. This is a breading mix that I have that we have here in Detroit, but there are many ones out there that you can use. I prefer this one. This is our Colonel Jim's, but there are some really great locally made, Michigan-made products out there, such as the Dorothy Dawson product. So you can make your own mix. I prefer to use one that's already seasoned, ready to go. And to make it simple, I'm going to just create a quick batter. So here we go. We got a nice little batter. Now, here's the piece. The thicker this is, the more it's going to grab onto the flour. So keep in mind, this is a seasoned product. So if we put a lot of breading on the outside, have a tendency to get maybe a little salty. So adjust the thickness of this. We'll show you how much that we get in over here. So I'm going to take my 1.5 pounds tenders. And I'll tell you this, friends, if you can give people, think about it, 6 of these beautiful tenders will cost $1.50 plus fries, plus sauce, $2. What can you sell a beautiful basket of tenders for? A lot more than $2, I'll tell you that. So once again, this one is the spicy. As you can see, it's got a little redness to it. And this is where some people are against doing it like this because of the flour. I can understand. But as you can see, we'll go right into the flour mix. Can you do these ahead of time? Well, I'll be honest with you. You could. Some folks ask if you can freeze them. There's a lot of things. I'm going to be honest with you. The best way to go is to do what I'm doing right here. Just toss into order, set up a breading station, and fry them. Why? Why is that? Because you're going to make so much money off of these. It's not even funny. So as we can see, I got a nice breading on the outside. Really cool little crispy pieces there. We want to make sure we shake off a lot of the excess flour because that is the biggest negative with hand breading. You look at a lot of the chains that hand bread. They filter their fryer oil 3-4 times a day. So we want to make sure we shake off the excess. You can also, let's say, get a basket and shake the excess off. We're going to do the same thing with the boneless wings. And once again, you want to talk about profitability. These are beautiful 1-ounce pieces. With breading, these are going to cost 15 cents a piece. An item that you can sell for easily $1. $1 a piece for boneless wings is minimum, in my opinion. All right, so here's the finished product. As you can see, just absolutely beautiful. We're talking about if we do 8 chicken chunks or 8 boneless wings, the cost is so little. This plus sauce, you're under $2 a portion. Wonderful. For to go, of course, you guys know we have a wonderful list of all kinds of earth-friendly to-go-ware. And just look at how nice these boneless wings look. You will have the best boneless wings in town if you follow this process. So that's my portion of East Meets West, and we'll see y'all soon.
All right, thank you, Jeff, for knocking out all that chicken. So we're going to focus on another COP item that bars really should use. So here we have the 3140 white shrimp. So when you hear the word bar and grill, the first word that really sticks out to me is bar. And one of my favorite drinks, as the West Side knows, is a Bloody Mary. So here we got our ice, full of vodka, our pickle, then we have the beautiful skewers. So I'm actually going to take some of Chef Jeff's chicken, put it right in here. We got some of that beautiful bacon that was on that list as well. Throw that on there with a couple of banana peppers, a couple porcinis, and then a couple different shrimp skewers. So all we do with these are poach them off, chill them, and just put them right on your stick. And then top it off, I'm going to use my favorite Bloody Mary mix, available through European imports, Little McClure's. Gotta love the Michigan-made product as well. Just like that, you got that $15 Bloody Mary ready to go. Alright, so as long as we have that Bloody Mary made, let's start working on a couple of other ideas. So like I said earlier, shrimp is one of those items that really most operators should have in their menu because it is the most popular seafood item out there. The average American eats 4.5 pounds of shrimp per year. So let's start working on a sandwich. So here we have a nice little baguette. We made a cool little dipping sauce sandwich spread option. We took some mayo, whipped in a little Bloody Mary, hit it with a little bit of hot sauce and a little bit of pepper. So we have a cool little Bloody Mary aioli. Sort of playing off that idea of that Bloody Mary we just had. With that, we got some heirloom tomatoes. Any tomato would work great. Some sliced red onion, the better burger lettuce, and then we used a very similar dredge that Chef Jeff used, and quickly sort of flash fried some shrimp. So it's some nice puffy shrimp ready to go. So to assemble the sandwich, open up the bread that's nice and toasted, put our aioli right in the center of it, give a nice little spread. Beautiful better burger lettuce. Jumbo fried shrimp. Sliced tomato. And the red onion. Now that's a sandwich. Think about it. On there's only like 10 shrimp. And look how full it is. So it's a quarter pound of shrimp ready to go. Plate. Serve with our favorite sides, some French fries. And our pickle spear to finish it off. So one of my favorite things are tacos. Let's be honest, tacos are still the latest crave out there. And shrimp offers a great additional option. This is usually going to cost to the consumer not much more, but restaurants can charge that much more for it. So what we have here is we took our power blend. I mixed it up with a little cilantro pesto. On the east side, I know we don't have the cilantro pesto, so a chimichurri works phenomenally as well. So it's got the power veg in there. It's the 7 different power veggies. Generally, when it comes to seafood tacos, people use straight cabbage, but that power blend has a wonderful look and a much better crunch that's going to last, especially on a takeout version. So we have a couple of street corn tortillas here. I'll add my slaw mix ready into it. Top it off with our blackened shrimp. Each taco, 3-4 pieces at the very most. Since we're using a small tortilla and we have the smaller shrimp, 3 pieces will just definitely fill it up quite easily. This allows you to portion control, allow the operator to make plenty of money on these items. So tacos can be sold individually or a set of 3. So we're just going to do a nice little set of 3 in a nice, easy to go container. We're going to top it off with a little pico de gallo. So what I did here is take a little jalapeno, some tomatoes, some red onion, some lime juice, salt, and actually mixed in a little bit of the micro cilantro. I honestly hate chopping cilantro, and this stuff is so powerful in flavor that a little bit goes such a long way. I know you're saying a lot of bars and grills can't really use microgreens. Something like this is so versatile that takes the labor out of it. It also offers such a big punch of flavor. It's something that's easy to introduce to most consumers. So sit there, put this over the top. Just like that. Get it into our nice little to-go tray. And we'll finish off with a little avocado. Avocado still is growing on trend. Still one of those things that restaurants and people and consumers really crave. So adding a couple little avocados to any sort of dish, sandwich, is an easy upsell that most consumers are willing to pay for. Just like that. Finish it off with a little bit more of that micro cilantro. And a couple lime wedges. Serve that with your favorite chips and salsa, and you got a quick, easy takeout dinner that can easily feed a couple people. Thank you so much for joining the first version of East Meets West. We'll see you on the road soon.